What is good, YouTube? So, I'm going to be going over kind of like what I've been thinking today on refining my strategy to make it a little bit better. As you can see, we took no trades today. Balance is still the same across all 5 accounts. All 4. Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, all right. Balance is still the same across all 5 accounts. Took no trades today just because I didn't want to get faked out or lose unnecessary money. So, here's what I will say. If we go to beginning of the week, what's today? Today is Tuesday. Okay, 9. All right, so we'll start here. Now, not saying that, price is going to do this every time, because price very much can just reject and we can still lose. Don't get me wrong. But what I wanted to show y'all was what I'm going to do from now on for my entries to be a little bit more precise and lose a little bit less and try to, increase our win rate. So the first thing we're going to do is the same thing we always do and find our area of support and resistance. Now we have this level of support here, but we have an area right here that's also very heavily supported. So we would have taken our support box right here. We would have put our resistance, just to play it safe, I'll put it up here just to make sure we're getting the best entries. And then we'll put our channel. So we've been in a downtrend. Oh, this was the trade we took on Monday. I'm tweaking, but we can re-go over it. Right. So what I want to do is I don't necessarily want to have the biggest stop loss, but I want to have a little bit bigger stop loss so we can have a little bit more room to work. On top of what we have going on, we will mark out our sessions highs and lows. I don't know why they don't have it. So our session low would be here. We have a session low over here. And we have our session highs up here, along with another swing high that I think could be very important right here. And I have an indicator for this, but the indicator is not showing this day, so I can't really mark it out. So we closed below and we took our short position, as you remember, up here. But instead of going with a 20-point stop loss, which would be right here, I wanted to take just a little bit more room and go 25, just because I want to have a little bit more room to work. So our full TP would be 27, or actually 25, 50, 75. So as you see, we would have ranged for God knows how long. our trade wouldn't have been done until today, actually. Which actually does not make any sense. Just because that doesn't make any sense. Besides the point, I'm going to continue on why I want to make my stop loss a little bit bigger, just so we can have a little bit more room to work. After I would have seen, because mind you, we got out yesterday around right here at supposedly this 1 to 1.5, just because we added a contract on this particular retracement, because we were overall we were respecting this trend line which we had going on. Or was it? We respected this trend line and we broke it, right? Which honestly, we could have taken an entry all the way up here, but we didn't want to, it could have very much reacted wrong way. But besides the point, we want to realistically go for 1 to 3s, which this wouldn't have played out in that case, but it's okay. We ended up winning anyway. And yeah, so session highs and lows, channels, support and resistance zones, and overall trends, right? We do that, and life is good, life is great. Now, tomorrow is what day? What's tomorrow? Wednesday. This was Tuesday. This was yesterday, which means we didn't trade on Monday. Or actually, no, we did trade on Monday, but we full ported and we lost. So 8:30 would have been right here. So we would have had a little mini channel right here. And honestly, we were respecting this channel a lot. But knowing me, if I'm going to play it safe, I would put channel right here, which is let's see what the price range is on here. A 40 point. All right. Yeah, so this would be fine for me, just because when we do move, we move a lot. So if we are going here and we're going 25 point stop, honestly, on this day would have been perfectly fine for a 70 point or 75 point take profit. We would have smacked. Now, it would have taken us all the way until 12, which honestly, if we're scalping, I wouldn't want to hold a trade for this long ever. But I think honestly, it's just how experienced you are in the market. Oh, actually, hold on. So we would have got out right here, which would have taken us, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So we would have had around 2 ticks of drawdown, 3 ticks of drawdown, and would have banged out in a matter of 15, 20 minutes. Now, will it be like this all the time? No. But I think market experience will beat technical analysis any day, just because there's a lot of instances where we might have a little bit bigger stop loss or a little bit tighter depending on the day. So that's all I'm gonna say for today. But all we're doing is just revising and editing and figuring out what works, what doesn't. And just like today, like I was coming in here with the intention of I want to take a trade off of zone breaks, volume, break and retest, 5 and 15 minute. What draws and liquidity are we closest to? And then waiting for, like, if we was to take a very strategic but long entry, like we would wait for a break and retest of our zone, right? So boom, we got this. Then we wait for a break and then the retest. And then we could have entered all the way down here, but we wouldn't have got, we would have got stopped out. But this was today. So honestly, it's just market experience. I'm not saying I'm the best trader in the world, which I'm far from it, but we're gonna get there with a 25. We could have done a 20-point stop, but let's just say 25 to be safe. This would have been perfect. And then we would have banged out at 75. But I told y'all today that we weren't going to trade if we had news, which is exactly what we had. So it's easier said than done. But every day comes with a new challenge. So that's it for today. I will catch y'all tomorrow and see if we can get this account passed. If not, we'll have another good day sometime this week. But I am actually really confident that we will be able to obtain passing these challenges tomorrow. And we're just going to check for tomorrow, 6 a.m., 7 a.m. So tomorrow is going to be unemployment claims at 7:30. So we'll mark out at 7:30 high and low. And honestly, that's gonna be one of our confluences that we're gonna play off of. So we will see tomorrow. And yeah, man. So life is good, life is great, like always. And I'll catch y'all in tomorrow's video.